I can jump in and give a little bit of my history because it certainly
Absolutely.
is about as far to the other side as Sean's is. Because other than my stint at Bow Bears when I was in high school, which kind of I think started that whole like love of history for me as much as I enjoyed, at that point I had only had any exposure to like history class in high school. And I thought that was pretty neat, but I never thought of it as something that I'd want to do moving forward. And so I went about as far from that as you could go. And I went to theater school, uh, and I thought I was going to be actually, maybe it's not so different because I thought I was going to be a university professor for the theater arts. And I got an offer for a job out in Whistler in British Columbia to be a theater teacher. And very quickly, I realized this is not what I was made to do. I taught eighth grade, so it was, kind of thrown into the deep end for the first year of teaching. And kudos to all my friends who are teachers because it is hard. Um, and then just life kind of brought me back to New Brunswick about 6 years ago, where I all the fairy tale stuff, met my husband, settled down, bought a house. And after I had our first son, there was a question of, well, I want to go back to work. And I'm curious about what I could do that would be more of a passion project and that I can also do while being able to enjoy being a mom and learning and still, because I think I did always love my time at university. So I love that idea of continued education in one way or another. And then Sean approached me about this project. And I remember after we talked, calling my mom and telling her, like, it's too good to be true, right? Like, Sean's going to call me back and say, by the way, you have to work 75 hours and we're going to pay you in peanuts and you're not going to care and it's going to be a rough time. And I had my first meeting with everybody and realized it was going to be an awesome project to work on, uh, mostly with the joy of it being focused on the Acadians for me, which growing up was something that was always, I was always curious about. I always wanted to know more than just what was in our textbooks, I guess. And so this is kind of allowing me to do that research into it. So yeah, it was a long and winding road, but here I am.